Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019. I do hope that this video finds you all well. I do still have my giveaway open for a chance to win a free Reiki session or a free distance reading that is on my Instagram. I'm going to be keeping that open probably for a couple more days. I did it because we broke 10,000 subscribers, and I thought it would be a really nice way to thank you guys, especially those who have been supporting this channel since the very beginning. And we have since almost hit 17,000 subscribers, so quite a big, a lot of growth that's been happening, and that was in in a little over a week, actually. Which is still quite impressive. So thank you all. Thank you new people and old people who have been returning for a while now. It's an absolute gift to be able to share these messages with you. So I'm so grateful. I'm grateful every day for the life that you've allowed me to live, to share these messages with all of you. So thank you. This is incredible work, and it's an incredible community on YouTube with all of these tarot readers and even the people in the comments down below. Everyone has been so sweet and supportive, not only to me, but also each other. So it's very beautiful to witness. So thank you for sharing yourself in that way. Before we begin, I am just going to go over the astrology a little bit. I do actually have an astrological blog post down below, as well as links for personal readings and Reiki sessions. And it just kind of outlines more thoroughly the transits and aspects that are going to be happening. This is just going to be kind of setting the foundation for the reading, maybe giving us a sense of what might be happening when. We did start off the month of August with a Leo new moon, which is all about pleasure and fun and passion and creativity and maybe even a little romance. So that might be coming your way, especially you, Gemini, actually. But we did have a square between Venus in Leo and Uranus in Taurus right after that, so that might have put a hamper on things, especially for those of you who are in a relationship or who are looking for a relationship, looking for love. There might have just been a bit of heaviness there. Don't fret though, I don't feel like that's going to be very long term, because we do have... There's going to be a trine between the Sun and Jupiter. The Sun is in Leo and Jupiter is in Sagittarius. They're both actually in their respective signs, so they're in a really, really good place. And that's going to be happening on August 7th, which is going to also be the end of the Mercury post-shadow retrograde. Tongue twister there, apparently. And that's really going to, I think, push things forward. I feel like there's going to be a lot of movement, maybe some change, but it feels really good, optimistic, just a boost in energy all around, which is very, very welcome. And we do have Jupiter that's going direct on the 11th, again in Sagittarius. This is actually your opposite sign as a Gemini, so this is your 7th house, which pertains to your relationships, your partnerships. I feel like there might be a breakthrough for some of you there, that there might be kind of a change in luck if things have been a bit rocky, so that's something to look forward to. I don't know, there's some sort of positive change that's taking place there, kind of a break, a lucky break for you. And I'm trying to think, we do have Uranus going retrograde the day after, so it's like we take one step forward and then go one step back. And that Uranus retrograde is going to be in Taurus, which is actually your 12th house. I feel like a lot of you might be really thinking a lot about spirituality. This month you might be kind of going through maybe a spiritual awakening, or just reassessing things, reflecting a lot. Uranus is actually sometimes referred to as the great teacher. And the fact it's going inward, I feel like you're kind of discovering this inner teacher within yourself. It could also manifest as an actual teacher, but I feel like this is someone who's teaching you how to tap back into yourself. And what else is happening? Then we have Virgo season, and we actually have a Virgo new moon on the 30th. So we have two new moons. This is actually a black moon, the second new moon. And I'm just feeling like overall, because of all of this energy with, you know, the new moons and with Jupiter going direct, it really does feel like this is kind of a month of new beginnings, especially after the eclipses where, you know, there might have been a lot of endings or heaviness or tests, trials. I'm feeling like this month is going to be much lighter, and there's going to be a lot more forward movement here. So that feels really good. I'm going to start shuffling the deck now. We're going to take a look at what is happening for you coming into the month of August, what the energy is. This could be, ooh, interesting. This could be July. Sorry, lost my train of thought there for a second. This could be July. This could also be further back. As I'm shuffling, I'm also just going to remind you guys that this is a general reading, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to resonate with you. That's totally fine. It's not meant to resonate with everyone 100%, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Some of the messages may also come in the reverse, meaning a message that is for someone else's energy might be your own energy, or vice versa. Interesting. Wow, I actually feel like coming into this month, there's a lot of spiritual stuff that was happening for you, a lot of spiritual awakening. I have the Judgment card that came out with the the Eight of Wands here. The Four of Swords that came out with the Magician. And the Hanged Man. With this Judgment card and with the Eight of Wands together, I feel like there was a very sudden change for you. Something shifted in your day-to-day life. You might have been making this change. It could have been something happening to you. I almost feel like it was a message, someone coming in. Could potentially be Gemini or Virgo with the Magician card here. Could also be the Hanged Man. I feel like there was a lot of movement happening for you, or a lot of change that you're considering, a lot of change on the table. Someone had to make a call or a decision. And I feel like the word calling is actually coming up a lot. It's like you're getting this very strong compulsion to answer this calling. I'm seeing this with the Magician and the Four of Swords as well. This is manifestation energy. Something you've been manifesting, something you've really wanted, it's coming in. You feel it coming in. But you've also been needing to take rest. Even though there's a lot of movement here, for you, Gemini, especially this kind of being one of your cards, I do feel like it is important for you to take rest. To meditate, to pause, and pay attention to your dreams. I know August has technically already begun, but I still feel like there's messages coming in through your dreams, perhaps. I'm also seeing with the Hanged Man. This can sometimes be divination, seeing into the future, getting a new angle on things. I do feel like communication, though, there's been something that's interesting. There is something someone's been holding back. And there's definitely this push to make a decision here, but there's this stalling. There's something that's being stalled, and you're like building your energy here. You're kind of afraid to go with this, but there's a really strong current that's pushing you through or pushing you forward. It could have been a message, it could have been something someone said or something that you discovered. But I feel like you're really trying to figure this out. And you're feeling kind of stuck in a situation. It seems like you think you're stuck here. And you're not stuck. You have a lot of power. I'm going to tell you right now, you have a lot of power available to you. I'm very curious to see what the animals have to say. I might also want to clarify this Hanged Man in a second, get more information about it. But what is the animal wisdom for Gemini? I feel like this animal might do that. Scorpio. Oh, or Scorpion. Maybe some of you are dealing with the Scorpio. Yeah, I definitely feel like there is this tension here that's not being addressed head on. Yeah, this feels like clarifying the Hanged Man energy for sure. You don't want to have this uncomfortable conversation. You don't want to be making this decisive call here. Maybe an ultimatum. But it's like the more the time that goes on, the longer you let this fester here, this intensity, the greater the chance someone is going to lash out and actually do some real damage. I feel like it's important for you to address this head on, even if it feels uncomfortable. I know the Hanged Man, it feels like you're stuck, that you can't say anything. Communication is definitely a bit blocked off. But there is a message coming in as well. And it's like you don't know what to do about this. But I think it's just really important for you to be direct and honest, even if it hurts someone a little bit. Because it's going to help release that tension. And if you don't, it could actually end up being a more intense result. Or it could just be more explosive if you don't. And I feel like you're kind of aware of this already. You're already sensing this. You're coming up very intuitive as well. So you should know if this is resonating for you. Let me see. What is coming in for my Gemini first part of August? This could be the first half of August. It could be throughout August. What is coming up right now? Ooh. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you're going for something. We have the Chariot. The Daughter of Cups. And the Son of Swords. This is actually another one of your signifier cards as well. For Gemini. The Chariot. Coming after the Judgment, an Ace, or 8 of Wands. I don't know why I keep trying to say Ace. There might be a new beginning here though. You're going it forward in something. You're going with something. You decided to go forward. And it feels like it's something that's it feels new to you. But it almost feels like you're following your heart. Like it's been a really long time since you've done this. I feel like you're very sensitive to your environment as well. And these changes, even if they're not necessarily easy, and you're definitely feeling that, I think it's bringing you into an environment that's better for you overall. Because I do feel like there's this tension here, something that's been brewing. And you're very proactive about this right now. I do see with communication and kind of your thoughts, you know, the Son of Swords, there could be a lot of... I feel like in general there's actually just a lot of communication for you, especially being in Leo season. This is your 3rd house, which pertains to communication. I feel like there's a lot of communication that's happening for you, but things might be a little bit chaotic. They might be a little scattered or disorganized, so keep that in mind. They might not be fully thought out either, but I almost think that's okay, because you're making headway on something. And it's something that you really care about. Just be careful not to trample over anyone. Some of you could also be dealing with someone who's heavily placed with an air sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Especially Gemini. This is also a 3rd decan Taurus energy. Someone born in the last 10 days of Taurus. I honestly find, I know a lot of readers will say that this is like any air sign, and that's definitely true. But in general, I tend to find that these court cards, it's usually, this Son of Swords is usually a Gemini or a later Taurus. That could be someone you're communicating with, or this could just be your own mental activity. You're very much in your element, a lot of movement, a lot of change, a lot of exciting stuff. But we do have the Starfish card. And that's really interesting, because I was saying I feel like the people around you might not be able to support this gentle, this very precious part of you. And you're being encouraged to find people who aren't afraid to go deep. Because starfish can be a little bit shallow, a little superficial. And it can honestly be a little vampiric as well. It's putting so much energy into the appearance of a relationship or making yourself look good that you'll walk away from that person and just feel so drained. Some of you might definitely be dealing with an energy vampire. And I feel like with the way you're communicating, you might actually be just pushing this energy away naturally. It's almost too much for them. They're like, I don't know about this. Very interesting. Yeah, a lot of movement, a lot of action. Where is all of this going? Where's all of this going for Gemini? Second half of August and beyond. This is just where the energy is flowing right now. Could be September or even further out. Show me clearly. Interesting. What's going on for my Geminis? Where's all of this energy leading? I don't even know if you know. It's kind of taking a while for these cards to come out. I really don't know if you even know. Interesting. It's actually looking really, really good. We have the Father of Pentacles with the Sun. Came out together. Temperance. And the Daughter of Swords. Father of Pentacles with the Sun. I feel like there's a lot of, this is just bright future, a lot of stability. Whatever it is you're working towards right now, I feel like you're advancing. There could also be an earth sign who is helping you progress here, who's adding a lot of clarity to your life, maybe bringing a lot of blessings. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, especially Taurus. Could also be a later Aries. Or even a Leo with the Sun card. Again, a lot of energy on the table. I feel like you're just interacting with a lot of different people. With this Temperance card showing up in the heart of the future, I feel like there's a really beautiful relationship for you guys. I feel like you might have even manifested something. And it might take a while. This is a card of patience, having patience. But there's definitely a beautiful new life here. Whatever it is you're moving towards, it has a lot of potential. So if you're really feeling this push to go forward with something, or with someone, you should definitely follow that. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's a little chaotic, now is the time for action. Okay? And we have the Daughter of Swords. I feel like you're learning a lot of new things. Especially in Virgo season. I know that Virgo and Gemini don't always, it's not always a good mesh. But I actually feel like this Virgo season, especially with Mercury going into Virgo, when is that? I want to say, I'm totally guessing, so I could be wrong. I want to say it's the 18th. This could also be the Virgo new moon as well. Your mind is definitely very, very active. Almost nitpicky a little bit. Trying to figure out all of these details, but you're making a lot of headway. And it looks really good. And there might be some discomfort in your social circles, to be honest. You might be kind of shedding some people. I'm just getting that sense. I'm not even so much seeing that in the cards. It's just something I'm feeling. Especially with Starfish, though. But that feels okay. Like, I don't feel like you're honestly remiss about losing these people. It's not like a tower moment for you. Interesting. I'm going to pull one last animal card for you. August is looking pretty good. It's that one. Shark. Yeah, there's something you just need to go for. This is actually kind of similar energy to Scorpion, where there's the situation where there's something festering here. There's this fin above the water. I'm seeing there's still signs of something. You still need to pay attention to the signs. I still feel like there's something that isn't being addressed head on. It hasn't totally revealed itself yet. I feel like this is also you. This was kind of the energy of circling around a situation before going forward. You're kind of getting a sense of something. Sharks actually have a sixth sense called electroreceptivity. They can actually detect electrical fields. And it's like you're really sensing the current. Shark it's a very forward-moving energy, but it's also very feminine, very circular. It feels out a situation and then goes forward. It then strikes. I feel like that's kind of what you're doing here. You're definitely picking up a lot of vibes, but I see a lot of movement happening for you in August. There might be some conflict, honestly, but it actually seems like it's helpful. It's like productive conflict, if that makes any sense. Like you're saying what needs to be said so things can be worked on. Or you can just move on. You're getting closure. And it seems like either way you win. No matter what these people decide, you're coming into a much better, a very beautiful period of your life. Wow, this is probably one of the best readings I've done for this month so far, so lucky for you, Gemini. Yeah, I feel like August is going to be a very powerful month. I'm not getting any more messages for you at this time. Definitely hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what's going on for you, what sort of changes might be happening, what this calling is for you. If I don't see you in a personal reading or a Reiki session, I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.